I feel like the show's kind of about like a lot of like sex and morality and things like that. I was just saying to my buddy right here that like in my experience, like actually in me trying to please everyone else and make other people happy, that's what was causing me to sin basically. Like I made a bunch of promises I couldn't fulfill, deadlines I couldn't meet, and I felt like run out and just like dead. And it just became easier in life to just say like, hey, I'm just gonna do whatever God tells me, and that manifested in a really cinematic way. Because like a long time ago, I asked like, hey, I want God to make my life to be like a movie. And then I discovered a lot of cool, interesting things about my own personal life and my family that I'm like, wow, I have a really cool family history that's cool and personal, and stuff like that. And and honestly, like none of this is even real. You know what I mean? Like God is giving actualization to like a field. You know what I mean? Like people look at kind of a world from a perspective that is just really foreign to me, you guys. And it's not.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but
until somebody substantiates their claims, we can all say what we think is going on and what we think is
no,
not
wait,
real and
sorry.
what's real.
Are you talking about like physics claims? Like what are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying when you say none of this is even real, like I don't know what that means. I don't know what you think, because if none of this is real, then what you just said is not real. So why should I even hear it?
So what I meant by that, you're right. That was kind of like a weird, like solipsistic, like Taoist thing to say. What I meant to say is that like everything in front of you is a wave, and it's being actualized by consciousness. So actually, this is something I did want to talk about. When they're talking about heaven and earth at the beginning of the Bible, they're talking about matter, which is fundamentally like a wave without a perspective. It's like undifferentiated. It cuts contradiction. That's a contradiction is a great way to understand it, and meaning. You know what I mean? And those are two constituent elements of reality. And they're not talking about the skies and the ground, although that's a physical manifestation, so you can understand those.
No, they were talking about this. They were talking about the sky and the ground. You're importing things. You're importing things that we know now in 2026.
I know.
To what they would have had no way to know back then.
No, I talked to Jews. I know what I'm talking about. You guys just are making stuff up from Matador Hunty. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Dawkins? Not even Lennox knows what he's saying. All right.
No, when you say that they weren't talking about the sky and the earth in Genesis, but even talking to Jews today cannot tell you definitively what they meant in 1200 BC or 800 BC.
Because the whole book is based on the same repeating pattern over and over and over again. And so you can check it out. I don't know how far. Is this correct? Oh, I can use this little pattern to interpret the whole story and just everything I see in front of me. So I think that's correct. No, I'm being serious.
No, I hear you. I just don't know how far we're going to get, because I mean that gets down a wormhole that we really are not going to have time to try to hash out here today.
It's okay. Like I consider these sort of things fun. And
I get you. So maybe one day there's going to be a topic that I have one day that's going to fit exactly the kind of stuff you like talking about. And I could. That's why I sort of bear with you sometimes, because like I see where you're coming from and where you're going. That's just not what the prompt is for today. So one day you're going to have
where I'm coming from or I'm going. I tell you that.
Okay, I'm trying, but this is our third attempt here. Yeah, but hey, John, thanks for calling. Either way, bro, I appreciate you.
Bless you. Thanks.
All right, much love, man.